So it's Pappy and BTAC here today. Have you had either Pappy or BTAC?
Yes, I've had a shot of Pappy. To be perfectly honest, I'm not that big of an alcohol drinker. Couldn't tell that much difference.
Yep, we went to an allocated bottle raffle.
Yep, and it wasn't our first, and it definitely won't be our last.
No. Now we can already guess what some of the comments are going to be because we've already seen them from our TikTok and Instagram version of this video.
Yep, raffles, especially in the cold January weather, are not for everyone.
Yeah, we're crazy. But before we get into it, we want to tell you to be sure to stick around to the end of this video.
There might be something in it for you.
Because we're going to be giving away this cut crystal Glencairn.
It's a very special crystal Glencairn. Okay, so why did we go?
Because raffles are how we got these bottles. And we wanted to share the experience with you all because ultimately there's a problem with limited edition whiskey. And this is how one retail chain, Liquor Barn, addresses it.
You all know the problem already, but here it is. There are a lot more people out there who want a limited edition or allocated bottle than there are bottles in existence. So, some places decide to hold raffles. Get everyone together who wants a bottle, assign them a number, and draw as many numbers at random as there are bottles to sell. So, were our chances of getting a bottle very good?
Well, no, but when you and everyone else are wanting the same bottle, you find yourself in one of these types of situations, where you have opportunity, convenience, and price, and you can only pick two. If you want the opportunity to buy a bottle and you want it convenient, then you're paying an inflated price.
If you're looking for price and convenience, then you have very little opportunity to get a bottle.
And if you want the opportunity to buy a bottle at a retail price, then you find yourself in a raffle, which is not very convenient.
Right, I love that model because it really details that you can't have it all the ways, right? Everybody wants it all those ways, but you really have to choose, and I like that Liquor Barn is giving the opportunity to purchase at the retail price when they don't have to. You know, it's an unusual approach to it. They could just mark them up like everybody else.
Yeah, we usually see the big box stores kind of doing this, but a lot of times people will see, your smaller stores will just inflate the price and wait for someone who is, hard up enough for it to put that down.
Right.
But then that small store usually gets a lot of shade because they're like, do you believe the price they have?
Can't believe they marked it up to $2,000 or whatever.
So whereas like the comments on the Instagram and TikTok videos were like, man,
you're dumb.
These people are stupid. I would never stand out in the cold for that. We can't argue with that, but you can't have it all three ways. There's that middle of all three does not exist. So it's like, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
It's a little after 7 a.m. We just got here.
It's 28 degrees.
See, there it is, way up there. That's where we're going. It's this far away. 30 minutes in, and we are just now crossing the threshold. We are now in the building to get our wristband. I think we're in line for the tasting bar, where I hear they have all the bottles that are being raffled today available for tasting.
So we were wrong that they didn't have every single bottle that they were raffling off at the tasting bar, but they still had a pretty decent selection at a pretty fair price, I would say, for 2023 bourbon prices,
I think so, and for me, I think this was like the best part of the day for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Because if you've never had any of these things before, you get the opportunity to taste them, and even if your number isn't drawn at the end, at least your day wasn't a total waste, right? You got the opportunity to experience them, and now you can formulate an opinion on whether or not you think all this hype is worth it. Like, was it worth?
Exactly.
We stood in line for like maybe 30 minutes to get our wristbands, and then we were inside and we were warm. It was not a big deal.
Not a big deal. I mean, we did stand outside during the number being called, but that was
it's fine.
We already had some barrel proof in us, so we were warm enough.
And this is like a little consolation prize, I guess.
Nothing like barrel proof at 8 in the morning.
Good morning.
We were just looking for a good value on a high proofer to help us warm up. So Sarah, you got their Elijah Craig barrel proof pick, and I got a Larceny barrel proof. And you have to drink it out of a plastic cup, right?
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone wishes they had their standard Glencairn with them at all times.
The cut crystal Glencairn.
Right.
Is what they like to drink it out of.
Have you ever had Pappy or BTAC?
I have not. I've had Pappy, and I'm trying BTAC for the first time right now.
I have never had it, but I do own a Pappy 15. I just haven't opened it yet. I got it last year from Total Wine Lottery.
I have had Pappy and BTAC before. Favorites of the BTAC would be William LaRue Weller. Of the Pappy lineup, the 15 years.
I have had everything except for the 23, including the 25 for Pappy. BTAC, I've only ever had George T. Stagg and William LaRue Weller.
You just won.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had any BTAC before?
I've tried it at OBC, I've tried it at Drake's. This is my first bottle to myself.
Got one of these about 10 years ago, broke it out the other day, had some friends over, and I'm down right below the label on it. And my wife said, hey, it's time for you to get a new bottle.
And then it happened for you.
Yeah, it happened for me. I was one away from getting a 15.
Have you ever had Pappy before?
Never. Nope.
Then, a little after 9, we headed back outside to stand in the cold to listen to the numbers be called.
My favorite part.
Time for the drawing.
We can't hear them. We can't hear them at all. It just sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher talking.
They quickly fixed the PA problem, and then it was this for about the next hour or so.
Second number 68209. Are you here?
Sir, that's on your left.
They didn't tell me that whenever they put it on. My watch is on my right.
Too bad, no bottle for you.
All right, before we go any further, we want to take a quick pause to tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get, both the t-shirts. Look at that we're wearing. Hats. Our cut crystal Glencairn, which we will be giving one of these away. So again, stay tuned till the end. Bottle cut candles and more always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonite and join our community for as little as $1 a month. That is where you get access to our exclusive barrel picks, the opportunity to participate on barrel picks as those arise, a discount on that merch, and more.
We'll be right back.
If your name was called first and you could choose any of the bottles, which one would you pick?
Pappy 23, because everyone wants that. Although I think I would prefer to drink the 15.
I'm going with the Pappy 23, the gold bottle.
Why is that?
Well, it's the 23. That's my lucky number. It's worth a lot of money, and it's made by my favorite distillery.
Pappy 20, followed by a GTS. So whichever one, that's my 1 and 2.
William LaRue Weller. That's what I'm going for today.
WLW, every time.
Was this what you were hoping for, the Eagle Rare 17?
This or the Pappy 20. We just actually tried it, the Pappy 20 this morning in the Stag. The Pappy 20 was fantastic. This is something I've been dreaming of since I found out what Eagle Rare was. This is my true joy.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So you won. What did you win?
I won a Pappy. What is it? Pappy
A Poppy.
12?
I'm sorry. You won a Poppy what?
You're making me nervous how close this camera is to my face. A Poppy.
As the morning went on, the energy just seemed to fade away number by number.
All right, apparently there's only about less than 20 bottles left, so it's just like hundreds and hundreds of people with low expectations.
And then the last number was called, and no luck.
Oh.
Sad trombone, sad trombone. Wonk, wonk. You didn't win, sir. Well, let me ask you this, Lizard. If you had been called first, what would you have gone for?
Let's see. Pappy 15, Lot B, Old Rip 10, any of it.
You could only pick one, so pick one.
Oh, Pappy 15.
Pappy 15.
Yeah.
And you would have done what with it?
I would have opened it. I would have shared it with my friends. I would have lots of people use it for YouTube content. You know, whatever. You know.
Okay.
There were about 8 of us in our little group standing together, and nobody in our group got their number called. So I don't know what the odds ended up being at the end of the day, but I guess they weren't even 1 and 8.
They weren't 1 and 8, yeah.
No.
But that's kind of what we expected going there. Like if our number had been called and we were able to purchase a bottle, that sort of would have just been icing on the cake. But overall, not a bad way to spend a morning. I mean, you know, we got some drinks, we got to hang out with some friends, we even made some new friends. And yeah, overall, not bad.
Continuing with our questions, we asked some people, if you win, what are you gonna do with the bottle? And the answers that you're about to see do vary. I just want to call out, please be respectful of them in the comments. You may not agree with their opinion on what they're going to do with their bottle, and that's okay. But they were kind enough to give us their honest answers and be on camera to help make this episode. So let's not
Let's
give
be
them
civil, folks.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
So if you get a bottle today, what are you gonna do with the bottle?
Probably keep it, but if somebody offers me a large portion of money, I'll probably sell it right then and buy a bunch of mediocre stuff. I just like being a good host. If somebody comes to my house, hey, try this or try that.
Hold it, look at it for a year or two, and then share it with my friends and family.
That's a tough question. It just depends on how much someone offers me.
What would be the bare minimum?
3,000.
3,000. All right, you heard it here first, folks.
I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna pop it with these guys that I just podcasted with. So yeah.
You gotta have to open it up. I mean, because you're not gonna get it at that price again. I mean, yeah, you gotta open it.
You gotta open it up.
You gotta open it.
I will most likely drink it because my previous WLW is getting pretty low. When I say drink it, I mean probably crack it when I get home, just to compare.
Wait till I get married and then open it up.
Are you engaged?
Hopefully in the next year.
If she watches the channel, this might be a little bit of a spoiler, right? Or does she know? She knows.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't watch us. No.
She doesn't know about that I just won either, so.
We got a little party tonight, so we'll be breaking out the 12 year and doing a few pours this evening.
What are you gonna do with this bottle?
I'm not sure. I'm not really a big bourbon drinker. My best friend just tagged me along, and I got it. I'll take it. You don't want it? I want the Pappy. She giving it to me first. For the right price, it could be.
Okay, so right there, we just saw someone from the crowd offer right there in the parking lot
In his natural habitat.
to buy someone's bottle that was just won.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see at these types of lotteries.
I'm just glad we caught it on film, right?
Chad just happened to be filming at the time. That's what some people come for. They think if they can offer you a large sum on the spot, but maybe not quite as much as they could sell it for on secondary, then you'll be, I guess, overwhelmed with the offer and be willing to give it to them right there.
What you got to spend?
So, what would be the minimum price that you would take for that?
I'm not educated enough to make that guess. I told you I don't do any bourbon at all.
Well, you know you paid for it.
Yeah.
So like a 3 times, 4 times multiplier?
Maybe 5 times.
5 times multiplier?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Now that you have been blessed by the bourbon gods, are you going to try more bourbon?
I will let them. I will listen to them and drink and expand my palate.
Okay, good.
And now we can observe those who did not win in the raffle searching the bourbon aisles for some type of consolation prize. I don't blame them. I'm in the same camp. I'm like, what can I take home? What's here that I could take home so I don't feel like I'm leaving empty-handed? I don't know. We can look around, see what's here.
But is that where our story ends?
But wait, there's more.
I'm sure some people have strong feelings about this next part, and that's totally fine. We welcome you to share your thoughts in the comments.
So a couple days afterwards, we get a text from a friend who is saying one of his friends was at the same drawing. They were able to buy a WLW.
William LaRue Weller.
Yes, and instead of wanting to open it and drink it, they decided that they would rather pay some bills. Our friend was helping their friend do a raffle. A raffle got them a bottle, now here's another secondary raffle. We thought, okay, we bought 2 tickets. It was $20 a ticket out of about 75 spots. So that's like a 1 in 37 chance.
Point something.
Yeah, so put $40 in. The drawing was done from one of those random number generators, and it was done live online, so there was no funny business. And hey, guess what?
This guy.
Number got called, so now we have a 2022 WLW.
And before you're like, oh, they don't need it. They're the worst. These guys keep taking from everybody. Just know that the first thing that I said to Chad when he told me he won is, I was like, how are we going to put this to good use?
Right.
And we already have plans.
First thing is, as soon as I picked it up, I cracked it and I poured some for our friend who
hosted the raffle.
Next month, we're going to a meetup where we will be sharing it with some patrons of ours.
Yes.
Also, the buddies that of mine that I let know that this raffle is going on, and they put money into it.
And then he just snuck in and won it.
And then their numbers didn't get called. They're all gonna get some of this. And we would really love it if we could share it with you too.
But we can't share it with everyone.
That's right.
Because it's digital and there's only so much of it, and how will we get it to you?
But what we can do is give away this
very special
Glencairn.
Crystal cut Glencairn.
Crystal cut.
I'm all befuddled. We can give away this really special Glencairn.
It holds WLW very nicely.
It's very fancy. It holds it very nicely.
So to enter for this drawing, all you have to do is be a subscriber of our channel and leave a comment down below. It can be anything about this video, what you think about allocated, whatever it is.
Or answers to the questions that we asked some of the people who appeared in the episode.
That's right. Then there's something else to click, right? Down in the description.
Right, so once you've made sure that you're a subscriber and you've made sure that you've commented, there's a link in the description to a form where you enter your name and email. This is so that when you're drawn, we can contact you. In the past, we've found that people don't tend to reply to the YouTube comment replies. So this is how we get in touch with you. So you have to do all those 3 things.
Exactly.
And then you're entered.
Yeah.
And it'll be open for?
Be open for 1 week. We wanna share this sucker
right?
because
we gotta give it back.
We feel like, you know, we've been doing this channel for almost 7 years. We've been going to raffles and we've hunted and we put in our due diligence, but we also feel like we've been very lucky. We've gotten things before, and to get this unexpectedly, we're like, pay it forward, you know, share it with the community. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to enter, you can subscribe by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Happy hunting.
Bye, good
Till
luck.
next time, drink more bourbon.
Thank you.